Breaking news. Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa announces date for the declaration of the United States of Biafra later this year. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel / television this very moment. Today's date is 24th of March 2024, and I have a breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news. Because it's very, very important for every one of you. As far as you are a Biafran or lover of freedom, if you love Biafra and you love what we are doing, this very news is for you. I'm going to read this news with swag, and I will not waste your time. I want you to stick around till the very end of it because I have a message. You must pay attention because this news is one of a kind. It is not as usual. It is not the normal use we normally give. This one is one of a kind. It comes once in a lifetime. This kind of news is going to come once. For the declaration of the United States of Biafra, it is a separate. In fact, this one is exceptional. I can assure you. Now, without talking too much, let me go straight and read from the official and verified Twitter handle of the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is what he has to say. He said, breaking. The declaration of the restoration of independent states of Biafra to happen on 2nd of December 2024. Oh, say it go. Oh, say it go. Anakukwa keba. No, say it go. It don't finally happen. The date that will go down in history, the date that the whole world is going to remember, the date that the history, the writers, the historians will tell in the years to come, that so day, the Biafra state was declared by the Biafra Republic government in exile led by Mazi Simon Ekpa. The date that will shake the entire zoological republic. The date that the zoo will be marveled has finally been announced. We haven't come to what is going to happen that day. We haven't come to that. Maybe before the end of the video, I may talk about it. That's why you must stick around, if possible. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean to the life of all Biafrans and to the zoo itself? Before delving into that very wonderful analysis, let me also show you the flyer to make it more authentic. Now, my people, looking at what you are seeing on your screen, I want you to pay attention. This is the official flyer of this very announcement from the Biafra Republic government in exile through the office of the Prime Minister Mazi Simon. But he said, Declaration of the Restoration of Independence of Biafra. Wow. The declaration for the restoration of independent state of Biafra to happen on 2nd of December 2024. Prime Minister, Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, 22nd March 2024. Now here, remember that, of course, our e-voting is still ongoing because many of us, because of so many things happening both in the government and in the struggle, we have not been constantly hammering on that. We must get the maximum number of voters that we require before this very date, before this very 2nd of December 2024 for the declaration of the independent state of Biafra. Now, let us continue. Having shown you this, my people, what does this mean in the lives of Biafrans and in the zoo? First of all, as a Biafran, this is the best news so far. Since the beginning of this very struggle, this is the best news so far. I want to tell you, we have had so many great news, like the Biafra coin, the Biafra ID card, the formation of Biafra Republic government in exile, the opening of our headquarters in Baltimore, United States of America, the other branches all over the world, the nomination or election of the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the formation of the Biafra Liberation Army, which is very, very key, which is the key to everything we are doing today. The formation of Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Resistance Fighters, and Biafra Navy, and all of them, including the inauguration. A lot of beautiful, wonderful, and good news have been out there in this very struggle. We have given you a lot of news, beautiful news. But I want to assure you that this very news is the best, not just the best, but is the most historic one. This very day, 2nd of December, 2024, the walls of Jericho will fall down that day. A lot of things are going to happen that very day. Now, let me tell you something, because I saw some statements, some comments from some unscrupulous element from the Twitter handle. Some of them, they called our Prime Minister various names. Some call him Mumu, some call him Were, some call him, all sorts of names, which is normal to us. Some say he's Mpurumini, some call him all manner of, derogatory names, but it doesn't move us. Now, let me tell you something that you don't know. The declaration of Biafra does not mean that after the declaration of Biafra, then the Nigeria state will cease to exist immediately in Biafra land. Let me use this medium to educate us a little bit. When other countries declare their state, the independence of their state, like America, let me use America as an example, which is the epitome, the head of democracy as it stands today. Americans declared the independence of America when the British were still in power in America. Now pay attention, this is very, very vital, at least to let you know what is about to happen before it happened. When the United States of American citizens declared the independence of America, the Brits were still in power ruling America. Yes. When countries like Serbia, Montenegro, Croatia, all of them, when they declared independence, they were even still under Yugoslavia. Yes, it happens like that. You don't wait until United Nations declares you independent before you declare your nation. It doesn't happen that way. You declare your nation and defend it. You declare it and defend it. That's how it is. So when Biafra will be declared on the 2nd of December 2024, it does not mean that the zoo will now cease to exist in Biafra territory. You will still see the remnant of zoo soldiers here in Biafra land, but that is when the heat will be higher than what you have never seen before. Do you understand what I mean by the heat? When I say the heat, that is when the heat will be higher like never before. People will be wondering what is going on. Questions will be asked, no answer, no response. Nobody is there to answer you. What we know is bomber to bomber, bomber to bomber. That is the time we will begin the eradication of zoo military or army bases in Biafra land. Everything that has to do with zoo will be completely eradicated from Biafra, because independence have been declared and you have to be free. all these idiots that we have given time and time upon time for them to repent. All these idiots that call themselves politicians, governors, House of Representative members, and all the political ways. That is the time you will see them running helter skelter. That is the time the prophecy of Joshua Iginla, even though I don't believe in them, but that is the time that prophecy will completely, manifested. That is the time the prophecy will be, accomplished. It will be very, very difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult for the zoo. It's going to be very, very difficult for the zoo. The zoo cannot control it. And the worst part of it is that we will be seeing them, but they cannot see us. I'm not going to explain that, but time shall tell. We will see them, but they will not see us. We will come to them, but they will not know that we are coming to them. We'll do what we want to do, and before you know it, the news is everywhere. They will run. They are going to run. They will run, I'm telling them. Because it's going to be very, very brutal. Will depends the agony, the grievances, the anger of what they did to us between 1967 to 1970, including this moment. It's going to be very, very brutal. Now, what does that mean in the life of every Biafran? It means that your dream has finally come true. I'm not going to explain much to this, but it means that your dream has finally come true. Because when a state is being declared, that is when you become a full citizen of a particular sovereign nation. That is when other countries of the world will start recognizing you. Other governments of the nations all around the globe will start recognizing you. Many countries will come out publicly to recognize you. Publicly, just as it happened between 1967 to 1970. But then it was a conventional warfare. So countries will come out to recognize you. Normally, they will know that, yes, this is a sovereign nation because the government in exile has already declared and announced it. If we get now, so you can be able to be bold enough, use your identity card, you'll be able to use your currency, you'll be able to use everything, especially those of you who are in the diaspora. You use everything that has to do with Biafra with more confidence that it is a sovereign nation. It brings a lot. It brings every single thing that you need. Everything that you need, especially those of you in the diaspora. And when you are doing it, you are also reasoning and thinking of coming back home because you know that now you have a nation that you call your own. I'm not going to analyze further because we'll have more to talk about this when the time comes, probably during our live broadcast. Thank you, my people. To salo numozia and make it go viral.